Ann Butler is a mixed media artist, designer, and instructor for the creative industries. She works with a variety of mediums and enjoys sharing her creativity through teaching. She teaches video classes online at creative workshops. She is the editor for Earth Safe Finishes blog and has her own blog at Creativity Stirs the Soul. I'm delighted to welcome Ann Butler. Hi. Hi everyone. Thanks, Tiffany. Today I'm going to show you how to make no-bake polymer clay postcards. And as you can see, they're totally flexible after they're dried. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to bring my camera down so you can see. I won't be able to see if you have questions. But today we're using Makin's clay. It is a no-bake polymer clay, so it's quick and easy to use. It comes packaged in a vacuum seal, and then each of the colors inside the vacuum seal are also packaged in cellophane. So what I do, you want to keep, when you're working, you want to keep the part you're not using covered with a wet cloth or in a plastic baggie so it doesn't dry out. But I just cut off the colors I'm going to use and then put the rest away, and I cut the cellophane away. And I hope you can see this on camera, how soft this clay is just coming out of the package. It is so soft. And I already have some steps ready for you. What I did was I just took and pressed, I took 5 colors from that package and cut what I needed, and I just pressed them together and kind of formed a little log. And then you can start by pressing it down with your fingers and taking just the green plastic roller that Makin's makes. I've tried acrylic rollers and they just stick to the clay more than this plastic one. So I use the plastic, and you just begin by rolling, and I turn it, and you're blending the colors together. So at any point you can take and fold it up onto itself and blend it even further. I have a couple done, and I have them covered with plastic over here. This one doesn't have the green color in, but you just keep rolling and rolling until you get it thin enough to the thickness that you want for a postcard. If you are going all screwy with from one side to the other, or your edges are funny, you can always fold in on your edges and then fold back up and just keep rolling it. So after you have it rolled out as far as you want it, you will take and let it dry. You need to let it dry for a couple hours or overnight. And as it's drying, you want to take and flip it. If you're awake, just take and flip it a couple times. If it curls up, if the edges curl up, you can take and place a heavy book on top of it to help flatten it out, because it will totally flatten. The reason why you want it to dry before you cut it is if you want a specific size, the clay shrinks just a little, and if you are cutting a postcard that's 4x5 or an ATC card that has a definite size, if you cut it when it's wet, it may shrink, and then it won't be the appropriate size for what you need. So after it's totally dry, you can take a ruler and just a Sharpie and draw on there, your straight lines for the size that you want it to be, and it cuts very easily with a scissor. You can also use punches on this, so it cuts just like butter. and it's totally flexible, so it's a great product to try. And see that flexibility that that has? After you have that done and you have it cut in the size or the shape that you want, I use it stays on because it won't rub off of the clay. And you just take some of your favorite stamps. The back side of this.
Hey, Ann, your 5 minutes is up. So that means you get to come back in and finish up your project and answer questions. One of the questions that I know was discussed while you were demonstrating is, could you run the clay through your pasta machine? So you can answer that and go ahead and finish your stamping and answer the remaining questions. So come on back into the queue. Go ahead and click Ask to Speak, and then you can finish up your project. We need to bring Ann back in. Hopefully she can hear me. I know we need 90 minutes, so we'll take a look at that for the future. Here's Ann.
Okay, yes, you can run it through the pasta machine. The clay is so soft you don't have to, but if you're going to do a lot of clay work, the pasta machine is great. You just have to remember with the Makin no bake clay, you have to keep it covered or in a plastic. I always just keep a wet rag around and keep it covered while I'm working so that it doesn't dry out. So on the back side, I have already stamped a postcard image. And then on the front side, you can take any of your stamps that you like and stamp right on it. What you want to do is, if you're going to use it to mail, you want to use a Sharpie marker or something permanent like that.